one thing that we can all agree on is that the internet is a very strange place. Fantastic, but strange. And that's the topic of today's video. Just strange things that are going on the internet. Now, there are two people called Marco and Tasha. They're TikTokers. They create TikTok content. It's not my cup of tea. Marco's stuff's a little bit kind of cringe. And then Tasha seems to be down the more lifestyle route. But these two people have got together. And they're a couple now. And you're probably thinking that's lovely. I thought that's lovely. But what's kind of got the internet kind of thinking is this is a little bit strange. Because Tasha is 21. And Marco is 16. Now, obviously, there's clearly nothing wrong with that because it's legal, right? Marco is legal. The age of consent in the UK is 16. You know, she can't be accused of being a predator because she's, you know, he's over 16. He's over the legal age. And that's fine. But the reason the internet's got a slight issue with this, and, you know, I use the word issue loosely because, of course, at the end of the day, it's these guys' relationship. As long as they're happy, that should be all that matters. But what people find strange is the age. Now, legally, it's right, but people are asking, morally, is it the best thing? So obviously, like I say, Marco is the boy, 16, and Tasha is the female, 21. And bringing them together, of course, in that kind of capacity, it seems a little bit odd, and people are questioning the morality of the relationship because, you know, yes, the legal age is 16, but should you be going near people under the age of 18? That's the question. Well, Tasha has spoken out about this over on her TikTok page, and we're going to take a look at that and the recent podcast that they've done together, because these two, so this is Tasha right here, and Marco is this lad right here. Okay, so he's 16, she's 21, all the rest of it. Great, fantastic. But these two have been getting a lot of heat online for the age gap and for the relationship. But yeah, this is what Tasha's had to say after she had to speak out.
I think that I would be making a video like this, but here we are. But if you're seeing this, then I'm sure you have a little bit of an insight as to my current situation. And if you don't, then hi, I'm Tasha, I'm 21 years old, and I've been doing social media for 6 years now. As I'm sure that you can agree, with putting myself out in the public eye for 6 years of my life, that can come with a lot of consequences. Obviously a lot of hateful and hurtful comments. Now, as much as I wish that this didn't happen, quite frankly it does, there isn't anything that we can do about it at this moment in time, unfortunately. The only thing that we can do is overcome and adapt. Over the 6 years that I've been doing social media, luckily I've grown a very thick skin, and thank God that I did, because if I hadn't grown that thick skin, I just think where I could have been at this moment in time.
She's right, doing social media is a tough gig, and people say it as well. You just make videos and you upload it. There's a lot more that goes into it, and there's a lot more that happens behind the scenes that people don't see. You do have to grow a thick skin. If you are if you're a temperamental person, you can't do it. You can't hack it because people are brutal. So yeah, you do have to grow a bit of a thick skin.
Over the years, I've been called absolutely every name under the sun. I've had every single one of my insecurities and my flaws picked at, prodded at, and put all over the internet. And quite frankly, I've never let it get to me. I've sat back and, you know what, I've let people say what they want to say about me. But quite frankly, this is where I draw the line. But anyway, I digress. So the reason that I'm making this video today is obviously to talk about my relationship. So I am in a relationship with someone who is 5 years younger than me. And I know a lot of people are going to have their opinions on that.
Now, obviously, it's the first thing that I noticed about that is she never likes to allude to any ages. She never likes to talk about his age. She just says he's 5 years younger than me. Now, you know, he's 16. Like, so, yes, again, it's legal, it's fair. But, you know, is it... People are like, is it right? I don't know. Let me know what you think.
And quite rightly so. You're allowed to have your opinions on anything. That's your free will. I've seen a lot of comments and videos from bullies saying, you know what you're doing is wrong, and this is why you said that you wasn't going to meet him, or you was unsure of meeting him. That is not the case. Reason number one as to why I was so unsure about, you know, meeting my boyfriend and pursuing anything with him is because of the backlash that I was going to face. And that is, quite frankly, only down to opinion. Nothing else. Opinions, that is it. Nothing to do with what's right, what's wrong, just opinions. I also was unsure of meeting him because I have actually never dated someone younger than me before in my life. I didn't know what kind of challenges that was going to bring forward for me, but regardless, I'm in a relationship with him now. It's my life. I'm going to live my life how I want to live my life. If I decide I want to be in a relationship with him, I can, because it is legal. Whether you think it's morally right or wrong, it's legal. And although my relationship is very, very new, I have to say that this boy is genuinely the most mature, kindest, loving person that I've ever been in a relationship with. Anyway, I digress. Let's circle back to the start. As I said, I completely understand that people are going to have their opinion on my relationship. You're quite rightly in your right to. But what you are not in your right to is to direct hate towards me, my friends, my family. That I won't fucking stand for. Now listen, quite frankly, I don't give a fuck about the 12-year-olds that are commenting hate towards me and my family and stuff like that. It's when I've got the grown-ass women directing hate towards my family and telling me that I should get a noose and do something with it. That's where I draw a fucking line.
Yeah, I think she's fair to do that. Now, obviously, I don't really have much of an opinion on this. My girlfriend, or my fiance now, is like older than me, and that's fine. You know, ultimately, age is just a number, as long as, of course, the number is reasonable. You know, and, you know, she's not actually doing anything wrong. Like she stated, it is perfectly legal what she's doing. It's not illegal. She's not breaking the law. She can't be accused of being a PDF file, because she's not. But again, people are questioning the morality of it, and that's kind of why I wanted to highlight it in today's video and bring it to you guys, was to just see what your guys' take on it was. But anyway, let's hear her out.
No matter how much you don't like a person, you don't like a situation, you are not within your right to threaten people like that or tell people that they should end their life. And you're sitting there, oh, if it was my son, if it was my daughter. I'm sorry, but how would you feel if your son or daughter was getting told by someone your fucking age to go and kill themselves? I think you'd have a bit of a problem with that as well, wouldn't you? Anyway, what I can't wrap my head around is the fact that if you don't like something that you're seeing on your For You page, you don't like a creator, you don't like a relationship, you don't like a situation, there is a block button. You don't need to sit there behind your screens as a keyboard fucking warrior commenting on shit that has nothing to do with you. Is it affecting your life? No, it's not. Me and my boyfriend are in a very, very, very loving, beautiful, happy, healthy relationship. And the fact that people are sitting there worried and throwing such serious accusations and allegations and names towards me is fucking sick and twisted. You simply cannot sit there and just decide that just because you don't like something that you can throw such serious allegations and accusations towards that. That's just not how it works. For the people sitting there saying, oh, you delete comments, that means you know that it's wrong. No. I filtered comments, I filtered certain words for my own peace of mind, because you lot are taking it way out of fucking proportion. And for the people with my comments saying, oh, you're deleting my comments, you know that it's wrong. No. I filtered certain words and certain phrases to be blocked from my account for my own sanity, and I'm within my own free will to do that. Just like you're within your own free will to have an opinion on my relationship, I'm in my own free will to block your shit out, because I'm fucking done with it at this point. And obviously I'm going to take a few more steps in this now, within like the blocking and deleting of comments, because it's just getting out of hand. Just because I've said that you have your own right to have an opinion on my relationship doesn't mean that you have the right to try and bring people down to your level. And just a quick message to anyone who has happened to have left any, you know, hateful comments or made any videos or anything about me. I really, really do hope that you know, find it within yourself to overcome whatever you're going through. You know what I do feel incredibly sorry for you. The fact that, you know, you're struggling so much that you can't focus on your own life and your own goals and your own aspirations, that you have to focus so much on other people's lives. So, do you know what, I really do pray for you, and I hope that you come out the other side, because absolutely no one deserves to have that level of self-hatred for themselves. And
so I'm going to leave that clip there. So, yeah, you can tell she's clearly upset about it. Rightfully so. I mean, nobody deserves, regardless of any situation, to be receiving hate or, you know, death threats to that degree. And kind of people telling you what you should do is utterly, well, it's just downright horrific. But, you know, people have highlighted this and said they disagree with the age. And that's where the issues are starting to lie. Now, Marco, on the other hand, obviously, Tasha there was very vocal about the situation, very outspoken. She defended herself. Marco, on the other hand, has been very quiet. He's not really spoken about the situation. The only thing that he's really done to talk about it is post this video here. Yeah. I don't know. Like I say, neither of their contents for me, but that doesn't mean that I hate them by any means, and it doesn't mean that I'm going to give them hate for their relationship. It's just a topic, like I say, that I wanted to highlight. Now, moving forward, they have been on a podcast recently called The Blue Tick Show. And is their relationship even legal is the question that is asked. Now, I've got to say, the interviewer is a bit, I don't know, I don't agree with his way. Like, it feels like whoever he has on his show, from what I've seen, which is not a lot, he sways towards them, and he's very nice to them, and doesn't really say what the hard questions that people would want to know. But anyway, this is kind of parts of the podcast. I'm not going to play the whole thing. If you want to check it out, go over to the Blue Tick Show. There it is, over on YouTube. Apparently, it's the fastest growing show in the world, which, I mean, fair play. If that's true, fair play.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Blue Tick Show. Opposite me today, I've got Tasha and Marco, the couple with the biggest backlash on TikTok. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's actually no understatement. All I see in my For You page at the minute on TikTok is just these guys. People talking about these guys, which is pretty horrific considering their relationship is, it's just such a big talking point.
I'm glad you both got smiles.
Yeah.
So listen, let's dive straight into it. Mm-hmm. You're now officially a couple.
That's right.
Let's start off with your names and ages. So how old are you, and what's
I like that he starts with names and ages, just to get that one out there, get it through the door.
your name?
Hi, my name is Marco. I'm 16 years of age.
And yourself?
And my name's Tasha and I'm 21.
So I think that's where the issue is, right?
Yeah.
Or the supposed issue. That's what everyone's giving the backlash about. You're 21, he's 16.
That's right, bro.
You definitely are getting love for it. All the boys are like, you go, boy. And you're probably being called every name under the sun.
Yeah, exactly that.
So, let's...
I mean,
you mean?
he's definitely punching well above his weight, isn't he? Like, let's be real, but...
I'll start us off. So basically, she liked a few of my TikToks. Or Instagram, right?
Instagram.
Instagram. And
saying
obviously-
it was all you. All right.
Okay, and I dropped her a little message. I said, like, hello, we started a little conversation. Obviously, I got a Snapchat. And then I got to know her a bit better. Obviously, I told her my age. And she was like... That's,
Yeah.
Bit young.
like, fuck. And then I was just like, you know what, let's just go out for dinner tomorrow. And she was going to Napa the next day, so I knew if I ain't going to shoot my shot, realistically, in a week's time when she comes back from Napa,
She ain't gonna care.
come on. So I just thought, just meet me tomorrow. So I found out that she lives like 20 minutes away from me, so I was like, getting sweet.
as.
So I got one of the boys to drop me there, and then we ended up going for some nan.
I mean, that did not help the case at all, really, when he's 16 and he's saying, I got one of the boys to drop me off, like, because he's legally not able to drive yet. I mean, didn't help himself there, bless him.
Those, and then, I don't know why, but we ended up going to the cinema.
Awful first date
because
choice.
you can't go anywhere else.
There was,
I mean, I'll give this guy his props, right? I know I was saying he doesn't ask the hard questions, but to be fair, he's witty. He's got it about him.
Can't go to a bar.
there was literally fuck all about it, because where she lives, there's just fuck all there. It was
There's fuck all he can go and do. Oh, I love
just
it.
really nothing much. So, yeah, we ended up just having a good time, sort of, bruv. I swear to God, when I first met her, I could you not, I'm a really, really social boy. I was so nervous with her.
For real?
I was so nervous, bruv. I never had
Was
that
it
with
the
girls.
age?
No, she was just so fit. She was just so beautiful in person. Like, when you first meet a girl on social media, you think, catfish or something like that. That's the first thing that comes to mind. But she was just like,
Everything that she looked like in her
all,
pictures.
yeah, it was just there.
No.
And what was your experience like?
I thought he was really boring.
For real?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was just
Savage. Absolutely savage. That's just brutal. Oh, yeah. What's your first experience? Oh, I thought she was beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I was so, just taken back by her. What's your first experience? It was boring. Fucking hell, Tasha, settle down.
complaining the whole time.
He
like,
was complaining the
I'm
whole time about how
tired.
tired he was and stuff like that. And obviously, in my eyes, cinema is an awful
Dead.
choice for a first date. But in all fairness, I did say that I hadn't packed or anything like that for Napa, and I was literally flying in a couple of hours. I was like, I wanted to do something chill, something local, something chill. So,
Well, listen, you didn't have many options as well. Like, it was just off the moment. What day was it?
oh
Who
God.
remembers what day?
Oh mate, it's like weekend day.
No,
No,
I don't
weekday.
think it was.
It was a
It
weekday.
was like a Wednesday or like a
Yeah, you
Monday.
can't go out on like a
Yeah, no.
Wednesday night. You can't go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Mm.
So when
I mean, even if she wanted to, he couldn't.
he did tell you that's his age, have you ever dated anyone younger before?
Never in my life. And the thing is, people are really picking up on that at the minute, because obviously I've posted on TikTok for how many years, like 6 years now, and I've posted about like my type, and it's
Okay.
always about like older, when he's old enough to be your dad, when it always talking about old people, and people are like, this aged well. So people are really catching on to that.
Shit.
So when he did tell you he was 16, why did you give him a chance? Like, not saying he's not a cool boy, like he sounds sweet as,
Yeah.
but like most girls are like, yeah, fuck off, see you later.
It was more the fact that like,
Was he just persistent, or was it just a spur of the moment? You're flying out tomorrow, fuck it, let's go out for some food.
yeah, do you know what? I kind of said like, can't pursue anything with you, but like I'll come out for food with you, kind of thing. So I kind of wasn't seeing it as a date
It
at
was
the
just,
time.
let's go chill kind of thing.
Yeah,
Pretty
pretty
much.
much. And he doesn't act it like he doesn't seem his age.
What about the fact he couldn't pick you up? Like, because to me that's a big thing. Like,
I mean, I was slating this guy earlier, but actually he's asking some good questions now. I've just clearly not watched enough of him.
I'm the man, I'm coming to pick you up kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, even when I was younger, I used to chat to girls who were older, I'll be honest about it, but not picking them up was just,
Yeah, no, it pisses me off. It pisses me off.
oh yeah, just gonna get one of my boys to drop me, or where do you want to go? Oh, we can't do anything. Do you
Can you drive me? Oh, babe, let's go out for dinner tonight. Yeah, that would be great. What time? 7. Can you pick me up?
drive?
No, see, I don't drive myself, so it's a bit more understandable.
Yeah, but
Do
then
you
it's
know-
even harder.
I know. Ubers exist.
Bro, the amount of Ubers, yeah, that we spent, I kid you not, I swear on my life, she could have bought a car by now. And she
Probably.
said she can't afford it. You can.
I'm terrified of driving.
can.
That's a subject for another day.
So, you went out on your first date, you thought it was a lump of shit, you thought, wow, she's the love of my life.
I thought fucking sweet.
I'm
like,
cooled here, mate. I'm the man. I can't wait to put this in the group chat. What? Why'd you give him another chance? And you was going Napa. You living your best life.
I know.
And
yeah, why did you
furthermore,
actually give me a chance?
you
Now, another thing that's been brought to the surface is obviously when you're 16, your frontal cortex hasn't fully developed, which is, of course, is like, you know, it's the maturer side of your brain. And basically, as you get older, I think, you know, mine probably hasn't even fully developed yet, and I'm 25. So, you know, it takes a very long time for that to develop. And that's obviously your decision making, it's your risk assessment. It's, you're not saying that she's a risk, not saying that that's a problem. But what I'm saying is, like, you know, that part of his mature side of his brain hasn't developed yet. So a lot of people are like, you know, is he, like, obviously when you're 16 and you've got a 21-year-old like ready to go for with you in a relationship, as a lad, you're like, fuck yeah. And you know, you don't think about any of the negatives of it. You just think, fucking hell, there's a 21-year-old there who's ready to get it going with me, and I'm like, hell yeah. So, you know, it begs the question of, was he mature enough to prepare for this relationship? You know, I mean, he doesn't care. He's living his absolute best life. But again, it falls back onto Tasha, which she's getting a lot of flack for.
you as a guy, my girl's going Napa. It's goodbye. Like, what
Yeah.
happened the next day?
Well, no, literally the day before that we met up was the day that we first spoke. So it was literally the day after we
Okay.
first messaged was when we
You
met.
just met.
Yeah, pretty much. And like I said, in the cinema and like the drive there, he was like really awkward and whatever. But we went for food afterwards, and he like picked up a little bit. Maybe he was just hungry. I don't know. But we
It's a real
carried on
thing.
chatting.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, I know. I get it all the time. But yeah, just when I was in Napa, we spoke like every day. We wasn't chatting, we wasn't exclusive or anything like that. But like we spoke every day. And then when I got back, I was like, oh, do you know what? Yeah, I'll give him another chance.
What was the second date like?
What was our second date?
We didn't have a second date.
Do you not?
No.
Why,
What was
why, why are you laughing about that?
Why are you laughing?
What did you do on the second date?
He came to mine.
Oh, I came around hers.
He came to my house. Which
Okay, let's just read between the lines. We all know why she's giggling like that. You know, it's obvious. So clearly, things literally went from not knowing each other to suddenly knowing each other, to her going to Napa for a week, to her coming back, to them literally getting it on. Like, it's a very quick-paced relationship. You know, the snowball happened. There was no building up to it.
I couldn't believe that my mum even agreed to. Mum didn't know anything about his age or anything, but my mum was just like, oh yeah, you can come round. And I was like, oh.
Sweet. Come
Yeah,
on, bro.
I was fucking
Okay
gassed.
then. Like you
but-
said, there isn't many options for us to
The
do.
thing is and how does that not affect like dating life?
I don't think so.
Because like even from looking at your socials, yeah. Obviously, I know about you. I know who you are. You do that party hard thing, right?
Yes.
With a few like I know people who do it as well, and it is party hard.
Yeah.
How do you cope with that? Like now you're obviously official, right? You're a couple.
This is interesting.
Is she still allowed to do
Listen,
it?
truthfully, no chance.
Oh, she's not allowed to
Absolutely
do it.
no chance. Absolutely no chance. I told her if she keeps doing it, then no, I'm not respecting that. Like as much as I am a boy, right? You got to realise.
She's just finding out about this now that she's not allowed to do it.
I mean, I find that again, this all comes down to that frontal cortex. This lad, you know, he's 16. He's not even able to go and experience that party hard lifestyle because he's not old enough. He can barely go and get himself a Red Bull off the shelf, bless him, right? Without getting ID'd. And that's just a fact. But to then be like, you know, in a relationship with someone and then say you can't go and do that party hard lifestyle because, well, he literally is not allowed to go and join her. It feels a little bit controlling. Now, am I saying that he's a controlling person? Absolutely not. What I'm saying is, you know, it's all down to that mental maturity. It's all down to that kind of like, and this is where I think she doesn't deserve the flack as much as I think, you know, do I think they deserve flack at all? No, because ultimately it's their lives. They choose to do with it what they wish to do. But do I think that he should be stopping her from going and doing what she wants to do? Absolutely not, because she's just going to grow to resent that. I'm just saying it as it is.
Like, literally.
I gave her hints, yeah, but
Yeah, he did give me hints.
I did give her hints, but I'm at that stage where like, she is a grown woman at the end of the day. Like, she is a grown woman. I'm not gonna like sit there. If I was her age and someone my age was telling me what to do, I'll be like, but like, you got to realise I'm a boyfriend. Like, I know what boys out are in like on holiday. I'm not gonna lie. If I was a boy on holiday and I saw a girl that's got a boyfriend, that's not gonna stop me.
No. If there's
You know
a
what
goal,
I mean?
you still try and score. Like listen, for the viewers out there, this is like a debate. Yeah? But if you're out in these party destinations, does that not make yourself seem like you're single?
No.
Why not?
Because
I'll be real.
Yeah.
As a guy, I've gone on plenty of holidays. I've partied with the boys. I've been very active in my life. And if a girl tells me she's got a boyfriend where was your last holiday? What country?
Napa.
In Napa. I don't know how you went at your age, but in Napa, that means nothing to me. Like, you're here. That sweet. Like,
Nah, for me, if I saw someone and they said out they had a boyfriend, I'd be like, no, not interested. I'm not a home wrecker. I just wouldn't fuck with that. And you know, I don't know, because I feel like I would respect that from another guy if they saw my partner in Napa, for example. I would, you know, I don't have that kind of like mentality where it's like, you know, if there's a goal, I'm scoring kind of thing. It's like if someone says to me, "Oh no, I've got a boyfriend," I'll be like, right, you know, cool, let's chat and be friends or whatever, but nothing more than that. I'm not letting it go that far because you've got someone at home waiting for you. That's just how I am. But I know that's not the same for everyone, and that's not me getting on this moral high ground being like, look at me, what a great upstanding guy I am. No, I'm just like, I don't know, I've never respected that kind of mentality.
you're here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense if, you know, you've paid to go out there and you're just in the mix with everyone. But with Party Hard, we have our own table, we have security, like, it's just us as a group. So we're not really mingling with the other. We can if we want
Yeah,
to.
but there's other men in the group. Like, there's
Do you
other
know
guys
what?
in the
Do you
group
know
as
what?
well.
Only the first holiday I went on to Napa, there was 40 of us, like 40 creators, and
Oh,
then the
wow, is that
last
how many?
one, yeah.
I thought it was like 10 people.
The first trip, we don't even talk about that, but the last trip that we went on, I only had 2 boys, one of the boys being gay, his name's Ryan, and then another one being Leighton, he's been with Party Hard from the start. So there isn't actually really men on the trips, you know what I mean?
But there's guys that go. I know boys that go.
Yeah, there's boys that go, but obviously because we're on our own table.
No, I
so-
mean as in guys that go on the...
on the Party Hard.
Yeah, Party Hard.
Yeah, like I said, obviously on the first trip, when we went together, there was a lot of boys, but on the other trips, it's been all girls apart from that last trip, which had Yayan and Leighton on.
So just to confirm, is she allowed to go on another party hard trip?
You know what? I'm thinking this year, I reckon just take it easy because
I am done with it. Like, it's a lot.
just a bit
But
long.
on your side as well, you're
Right, I'm going to stop the whole thing there. If you obviously want to check out the full Blue Tick podcast episode, I recommend you go and do it. It is a very interesting conversation that they have. It does scream to me, personally, this is just my opinion, that, Marco does come across as a little bit insecure within the relationship. Now, obviously, that could come down to the whole age thing as well, with his missus being 21, able to go and party, able to go out to nightclubs, able to go out and drink, and he's not able to join them. I don't know. It just does come, like, when he's like, can she go out and party now? And he's like, I don't know, maybe for this year, just take it easy. Just take it easy this year, kind of thing. It's like, it does feel a little bit insecure. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Do you think that a 21-year-old female dating a 16-year-old male is appropriate? Now, a question I want to part with is, if this was on the flip, right, and it was a 21-year-old male dating a 16-year-old female, would you feel the same about it? Because I think that a lot of people would have bigger outcries if a 21-year-old was dating a 16-year-old, without a shadow of a doubt. Let me know what you guys think, though, down in the comments below while you're down there. Be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button, and until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.